Well, I have a question. So, obviously you
Uh-huh.
said one of the barriers was like we say barriers lightly, but like obviously living with your parents and stuff because your mom was doing a lot of the cooking. Then you left and you said, okay, you know what? I'm on my own, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to fully go vegan. Did you find when you moved back to Calgary, was that a difficult transition, or did you kind of, at that point you were like, nope, this is, how I'm eating now? And
At that point, because I was in London for 2 years. So, at that point, I had fully basically identified myself as vegan, and I did actually visit a couple times when I was living in London back to Canada. But at that point, I was fully there, so there was no turning back.
Yeah, true.
So
And
my
did you find
parents were, again, like they were supportive at that time. So
See, that's good. That's helpful. It is helpful when you have very supportive parents, And did you find, I guess, one of the things too is like, especially in London, like I found the thing with London is one, there's so many vegan options, and also there's so many vegans in London, right? Because it's a big city, it's very vibrant. Did you find also, in some ways, moving back to Calgary's a great city, don't get me wrong, but did you find it a little bit frustrating in regards to not as many obviously vegan options, and also like I would argue there's a lot there is less vegan individuals or people that think along those lines in Calgary. Did you find that a challenge and continue to find it a challenge?
I still continue to find it a challenge. Because, obviously also because I have my certain set of friends here that I've been friends with for a long time. And, it's kind of like this, it almost feels like moving back to a small town in a sense. Like, when, let's say you were born in a small town and then you have people that grew up in that small town. And I'm not saying this is a small town, but I'm just using it as an analogy of like, you grow up in the small town and everyone kind of thinks a certain way and everyone has a certain way of life, and people don't necessarily think outside the box, but then you move somewhere and then you meet all kinds of different people that have maybe some alternative lifestyles or whatever. And it kind of opens your mind up to different things. And then you move back to that small town and then you're like, I don't fit in here really anymore. Yeah. And, I've always felt like I don't really fit in this city in terms of, the way people think and stuff. And I think with the vegan thing, even more so, because especially living in a place like London where it's such a big city, and you're right, there's so many different vegan options and also lots of different people that are vegan. Like the vegan community there was huge, and it was getting bigger and bigger.
Exactly.
That's definitely one of my complaints about living here where I do. I think, things have shifted a lot.
I was going to say it's changed quite a bit since
100%.
The last couple times I've been. And I'll be excited to be moving back and being with you, and we can be the vegan trailblazers.
Yeah. Well, I hope I can open my cafe again, feed the peoples.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, there's more vegan options for sure. There's, the word vegan is popping up a lot more. It's definitely it's slowly becoming, okay?
Like a norm. It's becoming a norm, starting to.
And now people are recognizing the word vegan more, thanks to, I think, social media, the internet, all of that good stuff. So,
I was shocked. I was shocked just when I went recently, because I visited Calgary. I was back for a wedding this summer that just passed, and I was shocked just going around and literally even like there's a little local cafe that my friend wanted to do like a kind of after wedding brunch at, and we all went there and they had vegan options, and I was like, this is like a little like cafe or like a kind of sports bar kind of place. And I was shocked. Like literally everywhere that I went had at least one, even though it was usually a Beyond Burger, but it had an option. I was like, yes,
it's better than nothing.
Exactly. So it's something that makes it a lot more accessible, and I think that makes it easier as well.